Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbish rahli sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Very warm welcome to all of my lovers, followers, subscribers, and friends too. So, uh, how are you guys? As the routine. So, very well, warm welcome once again to all of my friends, lovers, followers, subscribers. Once again, I am really grateful to all of you that you people have joined my live transmission. So, today is Monday, and obviously, we are supposed to discuss different matters. Most of the times, we are going for the headlines, but today, as from my thumbnail, you people might have observe that today we are going to discuss the PDM procession, which was held yesterday, on 13th of December, Sunday 2020. And today is 14th of December. Uh, so we are going to discuss this issue. So as the routine, as per my schedule, that first I have to wait for uh, my friends. Definitely, then we are going to start our debate. So, three friends have joined, so thanks very much for joining. So, who are else who are waiting? So, I just want to invite some of my friends, so please be with me. And a little bit you might have to wait. And obviously, we are just going to start our discussion. So, guys, you are with me again. So, I am really grateful to all of you that you have found out your precious time and being with me. So, little I want to invite my more friends, then definitely we are going to start our program. So, as I told you earlier, that today we are going to discuss the matter of PDM and government. It's a current issue. Mm. So, as all of us are aware, that nowadays currently hot topic is PDM and government, the differences, the distances, the issues are going on, what needs to be discussed. So we are going to try today that we should find out the neutral analysis. So 5 of the people they have joined, so really grateful to all of you. So please tell me that who are with me. Please name yourself and come in the comment section and participate in the debate so that we could start our program. Just within a second, we are going to start our program as we are going to. So 4 people are with me, so I am really glad once again and grateful to all of you that who have joined me. So please, if you people are going to inform me or tell me that who are with me, so that we could start our program. So initially, I want to tell you that PDM, this is democratic movement, Pakistan Democratic Movement. Abbreviation of this is PDM. This is, I have discussed this before, relevant to this issue, that some opposition parties, they have made their coalition and they decided to agitate against the government. So their agenda is that inflation for the people, for the masses, and obviously accountability, it's not unbiased, definitely biased. Uh, Accountability is going on what the PDM believes. And initially, just they were saying the things in the parliament and obviously in different press conferences. But later they decided that the results are not going to be received in a way what needs to be. Then they decided to go for agitation against the government, that why the government is not taking interest to, and similar on the same time, that PDM got this benefit, I consider, that inflation, the price hike problem was there, and this gave little bit more boost to this movement. So different processions have been held. This was started from Gujranwala. The first PDM procession was held, where three major parties are participating in it. Otherwise, there are 11 parties, political parties of Pakistan. The major one is PMLN, Pakistan People's Party, and Jamiatul Islam Fazlur Rahman group. So these are the major parties. Otherwise, BNP, ANP, and National Party. Okay, and there is party of Mr. Aftab Ahmed Khan Sherpao, that is also part of this democratic movement. So the point is that today we are going to discuss that after having different processions, like the PDM is saying that this was the last procession of Lahore, 13th of December, which was held yesterday. Just you people might have seen on different channels and obviously on different. So Suman Zahra, thanks a lot for joining, because I understand Saman is Arif. Thanks a lot for joining. Saman, you know that I cannot hold a program like you. You are outstanding anchor person, so I couldn't be. I've got some expertise and interest in news, so that I come and share my views with the guys. So Islamic Studio has joined. Walaikum Assalam. So Arif and Ahmed. Someone, no need to laugh. Really, you are an outstanding. So the guys who are watching my live transmission, so please, you have got the link of Saman Zara, very respectable and honorable friend of mine. That she is outstanding anchor person. She is from Islamabad, and you must watch and listen her channel, and you must join her live transmission. So definitely, my live transmission, someone is a little bit boring, because we are just discussing. Sometimes my media friends, they join, my students, they join. So we are here, you can say, some sort of class English, and obviously little bit information we are going to share about. But obviously, your transmission is very live and really with full of enthusiasm, I would say. And even whenever whenever I get time. So Nisar, how are you? I'm fine, boy. So Zaman, really, whenever I get time, if I watch if I am watching YouTube, so if I observe that your live transmission is going on, so definitely I watch. But I tell you very frankly, because after Yes, Saman. Now you have to wait. You mean, you are doing like this, that you are coming in my live transmission sometime after months and just mean running from there just in a second. No, today, you have to participate here. And my live transmission is not very lengthy. I mean, most of the times maximum I spend 1 hour. Like the 10, 11 minutes have been passed, just 50 more minutes. Okay, if not possible for you, then definitely be with us for 20 to 30 minutes. So once again, I want to give message to my viewers that you must watch the channel of Saman Zahra. She is very talented lady. So I was telling you, the guys, I was talking about the PDM, Arif, Lahore Jalsa Dhoom. Arif, you are from PMLN, boy, first of all, tell me. So, Saban, you see the comment of Arif. So I was telling you, like PDM is a Pakistan Democratic Movement. This is the alliance of different political parties of opposition, major parties PMLN, People's Party, and Fazlur Rahman Group, Jamiatul Islam. So, but other parties are also there, like ANP, BNP, National Party, and many others. 11 they are in total. The thing is, Zubeda, how are you, Zubeda? Thanks a lot for joining my transmission. So, Zubeda, we are discussing about yesterday's procession. So, procession was started from Gujranwala. The first procession was held in Gujranwala. I'm very sorry, there was interruption of internet, like transmissions, so facing a lot more problem as well. So I might have to face. So I was talking about the procession. This to you, to all of my viewers, but unfortunately, that on that day, internet was disconnected in my city, in the city of Saints, in the city of Pakistan, Multan, and same things might be happening in other cities where the processions are going to be held. So you people have to tell me if you people have got information. We have to find out a little unbiased and neutral analysis today. We are not part of any party. We are to find out the real comment, if whatever, to whatever the extent is possible for us, that we have to find out that whether this is the need of the hour, these processions are. So please, whosoever is watching me, Zubeda, Arif, Saman, you, all of you, please must give me your comment regarding this. Is this the need of the time? Whether we need to change the government, and is it possible that government is going to be changed? So 9 people have joined, so really very grateful to everyone who is participating. But please tell me that who are with me. So I am, so that because there was bit interruption of the transmission. So who has left and who is with me? Islamic studio. Okay, Marvis, you are. Okay. So this is my question to all of you, that is this the need of hour to means change the government? Have we reached on this extent now this government cannot work properly and it's not giving the relief to the people? Okay, so this is my question. And the last one, that can government be changed just mean on the basis of these processions? And some very good news for you that now the PDM is moving towards Islamabad in your city. So I consider you are going to welcome, and definitely, inshallah, I'll be there to cover all that procession live over there. So as per my perception is that is it the need of hour or not? Very first of all, many parties, they decided before at the time of Misaki Jamhuriyat, which was, also this accord was met by different parties, in particular Pakistan People's Party and PMLN. So they people decided that no opposition is going to create trouble till this extent that you should be deciding to change the government before the time. You know that government constitutional time of the government is 5 years. Whenever the government is elected, so definitely government is supposed to go for 5 years. So very first of all, I consider that this is not the solution, that we should remove the government before, okay, before 5 years, because in December I consider 2.5 years have been completed. Now, obviously, opposition party will say that, okay, that's why I am saying this, that government should complete once time, because this is a selected government, what the people are raising this voice all the time. This is not elected, this is selected government by the certain people, by the certain departments or certain groups. So, in the response of and first Feb Long March. Okay, so my consideration and my answer to those who are saying that this is elected and the corruption was there, and obviously just because of mall practices that this government came into the power. So please answer me this thing: which was the government? In the government, even I can give you the example right from the 1990, that all the governments, whenever they are going to be elected, so opposition is always saying that this government, this regime, these people who have got the power, so they are not in an appropriate or they haven't come in an they haven't come in a constitutional way. They were able to make the government. All the time people are saying like this. Okay, so my question is that whenever the governments used to come, so this happens, this used to happen, this is still happening, that the opposition is saying, okay, that this is not as per the laws, this is not as per the constitution, this is against the constitution, this government is not legalized, so this government must go back to their home before even 5 years. So, you know what used to happen even in last two regimes, two regimes in the regime of Pakistan People's Party. This was formulated in 2008 till 13. So this was working, but definitely Prime Minister couldn't complete one's time. And before that, just even okay, you can say from 2002, the government of PMLQ was formulated, but even the Prime Minister could not complete the tenure. After something like 2 or 2.5 years, the Prime Minister was changed. He was Mr. Zafrullah Jamali, and later Mr. Shaukat Aziz became the Prime Minister, and then that Parliament completed 5 years, but Prime Minister could not. Then in the government of Pakistan People's Party, you know, that government completed the time, but definitely Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani, he couldn't complete the tenure, and he had to leave. He had to face the cases, and court decided to regarding him, that he should leave the government because he was proved to be guilty in certain cases. Then PMLN from 13 to 18, government obviously Parliament completed the time, the same party completed the time, but Prime Minister could not complete one's tenure. Mr. Nawaz Sharif, that he had to resign, he had to leave, and also this decision was made up by the court, and he was proved to be guilty in certain cases, so then he had to leave his post. And now, even, and before that, if you people are going to observe the 90s particular, 90 to 2000, just all the governments used to come for 2 years, then government change, then 2 years, then government change, then 2 years, 2.5 years, then government change, then government change, and then dictatorship came in to existence as a result. So I consider that mean now you can see the results. If you people are going to decide, okay, this government, okay, I am not saying that government is doing all the things in a well way. They are tackling the government in a well manner. It's not like that. But obviously, this is not a solution. What do you think that if the new government is coming, so they people are going to solve all the issues? I consider if PDM is considering like that this government is a fascist one, is a corrupt government, and is unable to tackle the issues relevant to the country. So they should raise these points in a more effective ways. They should go for more processions. They should go for more rallies. They should go for more long march. They should go for agitation. But they should not demand this thing that government should go back to home. Let them complete the tenure. I tell you that I believe personally, maybe you people are agreed with me or not, that now Pakistani people, the masses of my country, they have become very competent. They were competent as well. They are now even they have become more competent. They have become more capable to understand, to comprehend the situation of the country, and they people are observing what is going on. So, I mean, definitely, people are well aware of everything. They, I mean, if you are going to dictate, it's not the thing that people of Pakistan, mashallah, they people are very competent, and they can comprehend. And I also give the alarming voice, you can say, to the parties. Now keep it in your mind. This is the era of social media. Now, you know, as many of my friends, they know me as a media person. So, okay, there is comment from Zubada I should read. I think she's from PTI. Zubada, you from PTI? So I have to see what you're saying. This government must complete her duration of 5 years. Okay. So, Zubeda, are you saying because you are from PTI, or you are saying generally? Please tell me. So, I was saying that people have become more competent and more capable. They are observing. I remember when there was era of 2008 to 13, it was the government of Pakistan People's Party. If the people from that time, if they remember that the people were having much more problems, much more issues the people were having, you know, like corruption and what they people keep on saying that definitely the Bibi Benazir Bhutto was murdered just I mean before some time. They came into power, so they were not having much more experiences like her, because definitely she was a worldwide leader, and we had to, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, she left us in that time, because that was also a tough time for country, because terrorism was on its peak at that time, and obviously dictatorship was there, so many issues were there, no? So they people are saying, oh, anyway, much more corrupt. So while in the election of 2013, you know, that people mean okay, if they people are saying that might be malpractices and different fictitious ways were used to defeat them. But this was the reality, that people also, I mean, found out aggression against them. This is a fact, because being a media person, I'm aware about it, about that people were being really annoyed by those people from that government. So they expressed that. Yes, Mozam, how are you? Boy, you are really very late. I mean, Mozam, very nice discussion is going on, like PDM movement and procession. Okay, that's very nice. Offering prayer is for most important. I haven't, but inshallah, after my live transmission, I'll be going for my prayer as well. Okay, so whether you have written 6 lines, mashallah, what you are writing? I think opposition is afraid of elected government that Pakistan's politics will be completely changed after some years, or as people will become more aware of their own rights. Really? There is much more differences. Differences could be created as well. Okay, now we are here for discussion. Definitely, you should raise your voice, your comment. Then definitely you'll be responded. So I was saying that this is the practice in my country. This is unfortunate that one government comes into the power, so the opposition is saying, okay, this government is involved in corruption, so they are. Okay, Zubeda. So they should go out, they should go back to their home, and we should come into the power. So this is fact, this is happening, but it is unfortunate that it is not a solution, I tell you. Because one thing is very clear. My very important question I am going to raise. Mozam, Zubeda, Arif, Saban, please, all should answer me. All the politicians are same. Very important point I'm going to tell you, and this is based on reality. Now, okay, leadership might be different, but definitely that all the parts of anything are very important to run anything. Like you see the same politicians, the same ministers, same MNAs, same MPAs, just because of PTI, okay, I also admire them. I also give them applause just because I know that very few people, which could be more, very few new people joined politics. That definitely credit definitely goes to PTI that they introduced. Otherwise, but unfortunately, when they introduced new politicians, but they didn't give them opportunity. This time, more than 50% ministers, they are from those parties which we are saying PMLN, People's Party, or some others. They are from those parties. They remained in those parties in certain timings. Okay, now you can't say I want to share one thing with you, that there is a popular saying, you must have heard about that. What is that? Nature can never be changed. You might have listened this. Nature can never be changed. So if the nature is good one in PMLN, I tell you that nature must be good in PTI. If the nature is the bad one in People's Party, so must be bad in PTI or PMLN, wherever you go. Because this is a popular saying that nature can never be changed. It's impossible to change your nature. It's a big fact, I tell you. You know why? Because nature, there are many things. I mean, if you are going to observe your children, okay, just from the childhood, you might have observed that any child's nature, and you will find out the nature will never ever be changed in even whenever that child grows elder, grows up. So when you are introducing new people, and definitely you are getting this credit, so even then you must give them opportunity to run the matters of government. Same ministers, Mr. Fawad Chaudhary, Mr. Sheikh Rashid, okay. So there are they people are okay. There are new ones as well. New ones as well. What I'm saying that to greater extent, there is some role of environment too. Yeah, of course, in an environment, definitely things could be hidden. But I tell you, the things could be hidden, could not be changed in an environment. Okay, you can say, okay, just because of the environment that you might not be able to do something, whatever you want to do. But then why you need those people who who are finding out the corners to do the things whatever they will to, whatever they intend to. This is the issue. So, but it is one of the but definitely when I'm saying that credit is also, they can take the credit, and definitely we give the credit to the PTI that obviously they have introduced. But now my question is that Mr. Prime Minister, he had also given 6 months to the minister. I remember before 6 months he had given the time margins to the ministers that to upgrade your ministries, upgrade the problems of the people. To solve the problem of the people, if you people really want to continue. So now I consider that December is the last month. In till the December, that the time is going to be finished. Now we have to observe. We have to see this, whether what the decision is going to be taken by the Prime Minister, because there is no any sort of upgradation, just changes were there. No any because I tell you, being media person, that I keep on going in different offices as well sometimes. So a very bitter condition is there, I tell you, in the governmental offices. Like if you are not having the links with the officers, if you are not having any sort of pressure you are having with you, so you cannot find, you cannot get even your genuine work. If anything genuinely you want to do, any genuine issue you are having, you cannot get that till the bribery or something sort of jobbery or something sort of pressure, politics pressure, media pressure, whatever you people are aware about everything. Still, there is no change. Even in the end, a little bit, I want to talk about our media companion is Mr. Ikrar, that he was, brutally beaten by the party. So we also condemn, and we will definitely raise the voice in favor of him, because whosoever is speaking truth here in our country, so must be facing a music. That this is very, very unfortunate that you cannot speak here the truth. This is the big, I consider, dilemma, that being Muslims, even being the followers of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam, follower of Almighty, the greatest Allah, who is the God of even a smallest part of this universe. And then we are telling a lie, and we are unable to speak the truth. That if we are going to speak the truth, so we might have to face a lot more troubles. We might have to face, many more terrible results we will have to face. So this is very, very unfortunate. Just Zubaida is writing, so other people are not writing, so please give your comment as well, whosoever is watching us. This is sad, but we should be hopeful and play our part by exposing these issues at the PDM portal. Yes, Zubaida, you are very, very right that, PM portal is very, healthy initiating by the government, and Prime Minister is looking after all the things directly, and this is very positive thing. But Zubaida, I tell you that these activities also held many times before as well. To an extent, I am definitely in favor of this, but to an extent, why? I tell you the reason. This is the fact why you are you are dividing your powers. Why? On your locality levels, there are officers, there are politicians, there are some responsibles. Why these are? Because just one prime minister cannot manage all the things. Around about 250 million, around about the population of Pakistan is there. Okay, then tell me that how this comes possible? Just one prime minister is looking after all the things. I consider when you devolution, you know what is devolution? Is this that when you devolve your powers to downside, so definitely, so the people who are on the ground, like on the level of Tehsil, on the level of the city, on the level of your even constituency of councillor or Nazims or chairman, and on the level of your district, on the level of your division, on the level of your province, then on the level of your definitely your country. So, Mozam, what you are saying, boy, after much time you have given your opinion. Actually, the basic reason of this PDM is the weakness of government actions. Mozam, I can pray if this is the purpose, because a government could not perform its duty well. Because this is unfortunate that PDM has moved. Because if you remember that Mariam was saying, and she was speaking the truth yesterday or day before yesterday, I was listening to her, that she was saying that we haven't moved because of us. We have moved because of masses. The masses instigated us. Okay, mean they urged us, they stimulated us to move. This time credit definitely goes to the masses. Okay, because masses were looking after the inflation, the price hike is the basic reason. Okay, because of that people were aware about that, because people had to face this dilemma. I mean, like, you are going to purchase vegetables or any utensils of your utensils or common things. Everywhere, I mean, price hike is there. Even the petrol prices are very high. Okay, so for common people, so then the people raised this voice, then opposition definitely jumped in. Definitely they were having their own issues of accountabilities. I do agree. Basically, I consider this is the base of them. This is the base of about the PDM, that the people are facing the accountability process, been just from last 2 3 years, 4 years. So now they think, okay, okay, Mozam, before I take your comment, I think opposition is totally wrong, but there is no option to change a person if he cannot control whole economy. Economy is very crucial today. Yes, Mozam, you're right. Economy is very, very in critical position, in crucial situation. Inflation is a global issue in this pandemic. Definitely, Zubaida, in this pandemic, that issue has been increased. But issue was there before as well. But definitely, this has been increased due to this pandemic. This is also a fact. But I want to share with you people one thing. When I did one program about price hike, inflation. If you remember, Mozam, if you remember. So before that, I went to the market. I mean, just for having a survey. This I'm talking about before 2 3 months, when the price was in its peak, in hike. So when I asked the rates, so they were telling me, okay, the tomatoes and onions and all these mean 200 rupees per kg, 300, 150, 170, 180, mean much more expensive. So then they asked from me, so why you are asking from us? So initially I little, hesitated, but then I told them that I'm from media and I'm checking the rates. So you believe me that they just been reduced the prices. Same time, this is my personal experience I'm sharing with you. If you are going to be watch my that program, which must be available on my channel, so you will find my words. Same time, definitely one inflation is coming from the government side. It's true, but also the people who are on the ground, they are also creating to greater extent. Mozam, what do you think, sir? Government is using his cards to make Sheikh Rashid as defense minister, but Rashid has no experience how to take the situation. Okay, Mozam, you are having big information. Even government is not proper position to tackle the situation. Muslim, if you are giving this information to us, so really, when because now he's become the interior minister, and this is also unfortunate. Muslim, before you're coming, I was talking about that PTI must get and is getting the credit that the people have introduced the new people, the new politicians, but unfortunately that they are not giving open hand to every new one to serve the people. Okay, if they are going to fail, no matter. Let's see what is going to happen. Mean you are going to introduce the same people again, Sheikh Rashid, Shah Mahmood, Qureshi, and Fawad Chaudhry, and other Pervez Khatak, and many, many more people there from the past one, and many MNAs even. Okay, so what I consider that this practice should also be denounced, discouraged, that new people should come and they should be given the ministries to tackle and give. I request to Prime Minister that give them the task. Okay, this is your time span, and within this time span, you people are supposed to solve all the issues which are going on. Okay, so then we will be able to be on the track, I tell you. So little I want to talk about the procession of yesterday, today. Many people, I am also, I've been listening from last night that some my media friends, they are saying, okay, much more people were there. Some are saying, oh, very small procession. Muslim also, you should comment about the procession of yesterday. So, the PTI is the combination of old parties. Yes, even PM has proper secrecy that what is happening in the country. So, yesterday, how was the procession? This is the question, $100 million question. In my view, Muslim also you should, Zubaida, you should also give your opinion. In my view, even if I follow the rule of Islam, even if one person is claiming against the regime, I am giving you unbiased analysis, I tell you. And my program name is analysis. And whatever I analyze, I try to analyze that in a neutral way because I'm not from any party. Okay, if relevant to vote, if I am from any party, so it's my personal. But here I am, interacting the world. So definitely I have to be very optimistic and unbiased as well, and which I try to be. Even if a one person is claiming against the government, is having some complaint against the government, so that counts a lot, I consider. The people, many people, I don't understand, really, I don't understand. There must be 10,000 people, I consider. And the government is accepting that this is some sort of 10,000 people. So what do you think that when we are saying even there is significance of one person, so if there are 10,000 persons, so they are not important? You tell me that out of 250 million people, the population of Pakistan, how many people they are getting interest in politics? And also I don't really understand, in just last few elections, the vote casting rate, reached till, you can say just 20 million people, 30 million people, 40 million people cast their vote. This is the ratio. Just you should go on the website of Election Commission and check that out. Just in last two elections, that just like something 30 to 40 million people cast vote. Otherwise, before that, just this used to happen 10 million, 20 millions maximum. Out of 250 million people, if 50 million, okay, just if you are getting the result of the last election, I think this was about 50 million people. So out of 250 million people, just 50 million people cast vote. So then what do you consider that if out of that ratio, 10,000 people are on the roads. 10,000 people are in the ground. So what do you think that, what will you say? What will you say that it's not a, I consider government should respond this time that, okay, people who are going there, if the people are having some problems, if they are having some issues, so please come to us. Tell us your complaints, tell us your issues, tell us your problems. And we are here to solve those issues because we are the government. It's not the thing, okay, there are 10,000 people, so we damn care about that. What is this? I mean, you don't consider, what do you think that out of 10,000, Mohsen, okay. Mohsen has joined, thanks a lot, why? So, Mohsen, what are you saying? So, this is my point, is not completed, I just going to complete it. I want to share Erin, with you, but sorry, it is not possible for me. Mozam, you are feeling fear? Mr. Sanaullah said that there'll be power show in Gujranwala on 16th November 2020. We should remember the example of Hazrat Umar Farooq, Caliph second. Yes, even 1% matters. Okay, so I was saying that government should respond. I don't understand these ministers, dull ministers, that you should come and you should say the people who are going there. If you consider that we are not, okay, the people who are considering that you are doing good job, okay, so that they people are with you. Now you should find out those people who are considering that you are doing wrong thing. You are not tackling the government in a well way. You should interact them. You should address them. Then tell us your issues. What the issues you are having, because we are the government. We are here to solve your every of your issue. But this is the unfortunate. When we are saying, okay, 10,000, so what do you think, 10,000? 10,000 in one city. So if you are going to, talk about the people who are in other cities. So what do you think? Is it easy to go in some other city, to be there in this much winter season, where we cannot even move from our home? You see that since the winter has been started, that I cannot even upload my any video of outer side. Just I'm sitting here in this room and doing my programs. Otherwise, you know that I also, sometimes I record my programs outside. Outdoors also I used to record. But inshallah I will, but because of winter we cannot move. When we move, so we cover completely ourselves. So, going from another city to that city. So, if that person is against you just by sitting at home and complaining and watching and being the part of that procession, so that person is also part of that procession. And I consider this is totally shit, that when we are going to be in the numbers game. How many people were there? How many people were not there? How many, was it a big procession? Was it a small one? So I consider, okay, what you're saying, Mozam, Sana said 3 former generals will be going to Shadra police station and Azad Kashmir. Mozam, do the good for you and for me as well, okay? Not to, because this is the policy that the forces cannot be discussed, so please delete this message. Once he aims, police will run away by closing the police station. Well, there are many more issues, but directly I consider, because forces are very important for us and forces are pride of us. So if, but I want to comment one, that forces are from us. They are our friends, brothers, sisters, cousins, okay? So might be issues might be there. But I consider as a whole, as a department, you cannot blame. I tell you, I personally know many officers as well that, who are very competent, who are very intelligent, who are very honest, who are not corrupt in different institutions, in different departments. I can show you, and I am planning, inshallah, in near future, I'll be having interviews of those honest ones who are just serving the people, serving the masses, serving the deservings. Okay, so it's not the thing that everybody is something like this. So Mozam, now what you think? He warned that if someone tried to deviate from the PDM movement, he will have to pay a big political price. Okay, he said everybody has promised before public that nobody would. This is the plus point, Mosam. This is a big point. I definitely want to discuss this thing. That first time this has been happening, because I've seen many elections, I've covered many elections as well, that definitely people deviate. And particular in such condition, people deviate, but now people are not changing their ways. They are not being deviated. Just a little bit this happened in Senate, but that was because it was not very visible thing. That's why it couldn't be done. It couldn't be done, and it couldn't be controlled 100%. But now I consider that definitely credit goes to the parties that now they have trained their people, their workers, their political workers, that they now stick on the point. So this is very positive thing, and we must definitely appreciate this thing. This thing is definitely highly appreciable. So just a little bit, I want to say a few things more. That this procession, we must not go for just the game of numbers game. We should not go towards that. We only should we should only see this, that there was little issue, sorry, that we should only observe this thing, that if even the one person is in the ground, or in this much winter season, in this much cold season, just means standing even for 1 hour in that ground, that you must have visited, every one of you. So if anybody is going there, so this is definitely appreciable. And government, I consider, please, this is my request to government, that you guys must observe this thing, that it's not to see that how many people were there, just to address those people, just to talk with those people who were there, whether they are because of some political pressure, or maybe they were having some complaints. I've seen many processions, many people are moving such type of processions because they have some complaints. And definitely, that it's not very easy to find out any political leader or any governmental person in front of you. So most of the people, they go to the processions just to register their complaints. I've seen myself in many processions. If any, the gathering is going to be made by the Prime Minister or the Chief Ministers, many people they go there just to register their complaint. So I consider that, I consider that government should address those people. Government must address those people who went there, that what problems you are having. Okay, Mozam is writing much comments, I should read. He said the movement of opposition is getting success with the passage of time. On the other hand, PMLN MPA Mirza Javed announced to bear the expense of Sheikh Rashid marriage if someone from his family proposes him. Okay, so now Sheikh Rashid is saying that I'm not going to be married. He's old enough. So flanked by PPP's Kamar Zaman, Kaira and other leaders of the PDM, he said it would be do or die. event but a peaceful effort to oust the government. Yes, sure. So, and I request to the PDM as well. I mean, this is my personal thinking that you should let them complete the tenure, but raise your voice if anything is going on wrong. Okay, so if government surrenders oneself, then okay. If government thinks that we cannot manage the situation, we cannot manage the country, we cannot run the country, okay, they should leave themselves. Or even, I also request to the government, to the PDM, if you people think, no, this is the last and the least solution, that at any cost we need the surrender of the government, so not to break down your parliament, just mean you people must go for changing of the government within the parliament. So Mozam is saying the opposition will resign from the National Assembly in the first phase and not let the Imran Khan government hold by polls. We want new, free and fair elections, and there will be no compromise on this, he said. So Mozam, what do you think? I mean, opposition, this government should go back to home or not? If anyone else is with me, so please tell me that. So please tell me that what you people think, that this government should go back to home or not. To a question about resignation from provincial assemblies, Sanaullah said the PPP had reservation regarding resigning from the provincial assembly along with the National Assembly, because Muslim, they think that their government is in sin, so they are running their government in a well way, so that's why they don't want to resign from the Sindh Assembly, but definitely what they were saying, let's see what happens. So in the end, really means I am once again grateful to, once again, I am grateful to so guys, a little bit there was interruption from internet. So I really grateful to everyone who has joined my live transmission. So you have spent your precious time with me. So we discussed very healthy, we had very healthy discussion, healthy debate. So inshallah, for next, now I have changed little bit my plan for live transmission. The first live will be on Monday, and the second live will be on Saturday. And I am definitely going to discuss very hot issues of Pakistan, Pakistani politics, international politics. So be with me. So once again, really grateful to everyone who has joined. So in the end, Pakistan, Zindabad, Allah Hafiz.